We're playing Melodious and Progressive Etude number 6. Welcome to Woodwind Ninja. Today we're looking at Melodious and Progressive Studies for Clarinet by David Hite, Book 1, Etude number 6. This etude is in B minor. Before we do anything, let's go ahead and familiarize ourselves with the scale. I've written this scale out in 3/4 time to match the time signature of the etude. Keep in mind we're going to play the melodic minor scale, which is going to have a G sharp and an A sharp on the way up, and an A natural and a G natural on the way down. I'll go ahead and put that on the screen. Feel free to play along with me. Next, I'd like to take a look at our tempo instructions. David Hite makes it relatively easy to find the right tempo by just giving us a number to put our metronome on, which is 108, but he also gives us some instructions regarding how that tempo should feel. Allegretto, non troppo. Allegretto means briskly. Non troppo means not too much. This fits into the idea of oftentimes what a 3/4 piece will feel like. A 3/4 piece often has a light scherzo-like feel. Let's go through and look for chromatic fingerings that we might need to use in this etude. I see, in measure 9, beat 1, a B natural that is preceded by an A sharp, which means we should use the chromatic fingering for that B, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, and the sliver key. I also see that same combination of notes in measure 23. The 16th note that precedes beat 3 is a B, followed by an A sharp on beat 3, where we should use the chromatic fingering on that 16th note B natural before we get to the A sharp. The last note that is a little bit unusual that we should keep an eye on is the B sharp in measure 25 and 27. That is in the middle, in both cases, of C sharps. If you haven't seen a B sharp before, it is exactly the same pitch and fingering as C natural. We don't often see B sharps. So if this is your first time, confidently play a C natural fingering in that situation, and you'll have exactly the right note. The last thing we need to keep in mind is the rhythm that this is printed in. I'm looking at measure 11 as an example, where we have an 8th note, a 16th rest, and a 16th note. That same rhythm could essentially be accomplished with a dotted 8th note and a 16th note in each beat, with a staccato on the dotted 8th note. But I do think that this is written in this way on purpose, with the intent of allowing us to practice looking at this rhythm, being able to identify where the beats are, and feeling comfortable with our eyes seeing that rest. That rest is very short and should be a very active, energized rest. And it does take some practice to have our eyes match up to what that is meant to sound like. To help us learn how to look at this rhythm and interpret it correctly, I've also written this etude out with the dotted 8th, 16th rhythm in place of all the 16th rests, and I put a staccato on that dotted 8th note to create the same detachment and space that the 16th rest provides. I'll put it up on the screen side by side to the real rhythm, just in case that's going to help anybody who's struggling with this rhythm or thinks that it looks complicated to get it confident and very solid as they work on this etude. I'm going to put my reworked copy of this on the screen, but as soon as you are comfortable looking at the real printing of this, please do so. My idea is just to give you more confidence in being able to see where the beats are in this etude. We've heard it one time. We've practiced the scale. We've talked through all the details. I'm going to play it again. I'd love it if you played along. Thanks for joining me here at Woodwind Ninja. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.